I think all of you know today's topic. Today's topic is silicon screen versus silver screen. That is the old bigger screens versus all the small screens what we are seeing right now. So to start with, I'll just give a gist of the topic. Silicon screens are the latest screens that we are seeing, and that made everything so smooth and easy. But then when it comes to ultimate filmmaking, we still believe silver screen is the ultimate. But what we are trying to understand is how important it is to dream about the biggest screens, and what is the battle between these two different kind of screens, and how efficient are we to utilize small screens to land up in the big screen. So I think that is the gist of the story, and hopefully you guys understood what I'm trying to pull here.
So Uday, I understood the kind of the topic that you are trying to cover, but is there an idea behind this? I mean, is there anything agenda behind this question, or is it
Sir,
just
yes, actually, the agenda between, I mean, when we came up with this thing, I saw a lot of people were having this misconception that silver screen is the ultimate of filmmaking, where I respectfully disagree with that. And somewhere I think that today's filmmaker is more about making films than projecting them. Projecting them doesn't really play that big a role in making films, is what I felt. And I wanted to know what other filmmakers are thinking today. Are they thinking that, are they still thinking that the bigger the screen, the bigger the filmmaker would be, or what?
मिस्टर सर, मुझे आपसे एक थोड़ा सवाल पूछना है. मैं थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हूँ सिल्वर स्क्रीन पे और सिलिकॉन स्क्रीन पे, क्योंकि सिल्वर स्क्रीन मैंने देखे हैं और 70s में भी हमारे यहाँ सिल्वर स्क्रीन. ओके, आई विल टॉक इन इंग्लिश. दैट आई हैव सीन मैनी सिल्वर स्क्रीन, but as far as silicon screen is concerned, it's the biggest screen which will happen in the past, or it is still available in India.
I think what Uday is trying to tell is that what is the difference between seeing it in a TV and screening it in the theater?
Actually, to be precise, I just wanted to know what is the difference between the projection of a bigger screen in a theater and all the screens that we carry around. The phones,
Okay.
the computer screens,
The-
there are small
Basically-
digital screens versus the projection screens.
Basically, difference between theater experience and the home viewing experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's.
no, the difference is there. I mean, the difference would be obvious reasons that we know, but what probably Uday might be looking forward is the experience that it gives between these two. So,
Yes.
correct. So when we, though we were trying to target OTT or trying to target YouTube and all that releases that is happening right now, but the ultimate thing, let's say before the release, right, I did the screening on a proper theater. So what I will be missing, just in case if I'm going directly to OTT instead of a screening, is that I will miss the audience response basically. So we can actually judge by book by its cover, right? So likewise, so like people like Uday who are reviewing the movie, right? So that is kind of a post-mortem thing. So we have done the movie and we have to accept whatever Uday says. Let's say somebody coming up with another review, we have to accept it. But when you project it on a screen, when you have the live people who are enjoying that kind of experience is something totally different from what we directly see on a OTT and all that. So I will recommend, or I will probably request people whoever they are doing, they should at least do one screening, be it a small theater or like nowadays we have preview theaters for 2,000 rupees, so which has 25 seaters, 16 seaters, 15 seaters, likewise. So at least we should project it once for a common audience, and then we get to know the pulses of each people. That will kind of imply on what we have done wrong and what we have to improve and all that. So that experience is completely, it's not ignorable when OTT comes into picture. That's what I would say. Right. Basically, we are doing this 5.1 mixing and all that for the theater experience actually. So when the theater projection is of a 4K digital, and then we have 5.1, the experience would be completely different. Though we have a home theater on our homes, that would give a different feel altogether. Though you are making a short film, if you are doing a 5.1, it will take to a different level. I mean, it is an extension version of our vision. So director vision does not end just with the script and the screenplay and the visuals that we project. Let's say even for Iravadikaram, when you looked at it today, I missed it completely. I mean, I missed the 5.1 mixing completely. So when I projected in a theater, right, it did not give that the kind of ambience that it was supposed to. So though your character is talking and then you have a background music, it is not all that it means. So you have sound effects, you have your foley, all that comes into picture, which will be heard only if you do the complete mixing and then you project it on a theater screen. So at least for a preview purpose, you should do is what I will request people.
Can replace the theater experience. No one. I personally love to watch movies on cinema. As a viewer, I will prefer to watch movies on cinema. But as a filmmaker is concerned, because I belong from that state where the cinema culture is not that good. It's the biggest main Hindi land. I'm from UP, and it is the biggest main Hindi language land. But the problem is that cinema culture is not sustaining here. So if I am making a movie, I'm just now talking as a filmmaker now. If I'm making a movie, my aspiration to make a film and to release at cinema halls, because cinema is the temple for movies. But as far as budget is concerned, as far as my resources are concerned, I know that first of all, I need to recover the money, because cinema is the only thing where Saraswati and Lakshmi ji walk together. You need money and you need knowledge. That combined make movies. And that's the main reason that I honestly, I believe that cinema is the perfect thing. You get the live reaction, because that reaction in Twitter and Facebook can be false. Many people who don't like directors or who like ideology, they will type a very false comments regarding movies. We have seen in recently, I was just searching on what is the Tamil film name was Vijay film Master.
Master.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I already knew that the Master is flop in Hindi, but I was assured that this film will success in Tamil. But there are many people who are saying that the Master is flop in Tamil also, and I thought that it is a false. And when I start analyzing it, it was really a false thing. So the real experience and the real aura of cinema, that what impact is coming into the audience, it always been considered at cinema hall. You can watch there, you can judge there, and if film is lacking behind, with the help of the reaction of the live audience, you can calculate it and you can check it and you can note it and you can resolve that onto the another film. I must say that I'm saying right. I don't know, because I'm just saying as far as my experience is concerned. And right now, there's a very big news is coming that Suryavanshi is releasing on 30th April. So there are many single screen in my area which are calling me and saying that, okay, we are opening cinema hall now. So after 1 year, cinema halls is now will be open in Uttar Pradesh. And I'm just dying to watch that film at cinema.
Trailer is good, Mayank, actually.
Pardon, sir?
The trailer was good.
Sir, Rohit Shetty film is only masala movies, sir.
So
No, you can't deny.
But he gave business.
Director. Correct. You cannot just make a similar kind of movies. I mean, all these flavors are required. Commercial film is required. Art film is
that's
required.
why, Rohit, sir, I have to say one thing, that I think the South cinema has so blessed with masala filmmakers. In Hindi film, there is only one maker who, if he adapted or what, I don't know, but he make masala movie, and that's why he's a very successful director. Apart from Rajkumar Santoshi, and that is Rohit Shetty. He's a successful director, and we have to respect it.
Yeah.
Not Rajkumar Santoshi, not Rajkumar Hirani. I'm really apologize for my words.
Sorry.
Rajkumar Hirani.
Yeah.
No, obviously, when you consider about next level, obviously, theater experience is the one we can't even match with Silicon Screen side. So, we are making a short film, so we are releasing in YouTube. So we get some kind of audience responses, comments, everything, sharing as a WhatsApp messages, whatever. So these kind of same experiences when we get you see in Tamil, we got Surya Reporter, Surya movie. So it is released in OTT and we saw obviously in homes and using in TV or mobile. So it will kind of the same experiences. So what we get for a short, we are seeing a TV. So if we experience that kind of movie in theaters, means each and every frame would have been a magic. Like so, whatever the movie is gonna release in OTTs, everything, YouTube, everything. The next level of cinema is always theater experience only. So we can't even deny it.
And Uday, there is a disclaimer also to this actually.
Yes.
So when we take all these examples, right? Let's say Martin talks about Surya Reporter and Mayank talks about Master, right? So that is where the kind of a filter comes into picture. So let us say in case if that is a kind of an art film or a kind of a documentary kind of a film, then it is actually okay to watch yourself peacefully, because you don't prefer to watch that, let's say, I mean, not generally, or probably let's say 60% of people, they don't want to watch the slow moving movies or at theaters. So in those cases, yeah, it differs. So you can watch peacefully. I mean, there are people who wanted to watch alone, not just peacefully, but also alone alone at home, and those kind of movies helps. So yeah, though it differs between movies as well.
Actually,
Kind of movies.
yes, that was my next point. You just disclosed that a bit early, but then that was my next point. Let's finish with the first question and let's move on to the second one.
Well, which is the best one? It's a little bit difficult or a tricky question, because as a filmmaker, everyone's dream will be like, at least for once, my name should have appeared in the big screen. But in order to do that, you need to also have a groundwork. So starting with smaller screen and then landing up with a big screen would be preferable, because the difference is that if you make a mistake or anything in small screen, like releasing in YouTube or sharing with that, so the risk percentage is lesser, I would say, because when it comes to costing or anything, it's not much when you release it on theaters or anything. So yes, if we could, everybody needs to land up with a big screen, and like our friend said, yes, the experience is there is a lot of difference between when it comes to experience, and yeah, I totally agree with that. But yes, to sum up, I would say like start with the smaller screen, and once you are very good, then gradually you'll end up definitely in big screens.
Somewhere after these corporates enter into the filmmaking industry, we see a lot of mini screens or 250-seater screens all around the malls or wherever we see. Don't you think this is almost same as the digital screens we have at home and we're just having a theater experience? Is that the same, or are we looking at some revolution in the filmmaking? In short, are we having the same theater experience that we used to have before this multiplex screens?
Not at all. The problem is like in cinema, camera becomes smaller and lenses become bigger. That's why in now TV become bigger and the cinema theater screens has become smaller.
So
And that's the main reason.
So in that case,
Pardon?
are we still having the same experience of theater
Rogi,
that we used to have?
No, we can't give a equal experience meter marks to the previous experiences. Like South, they have again more single screen in rather than in North. Here, they're only Noida, which is a big city, bigger than Delhi, has many multiplex screen, but that has restrict the masses people. Delhi wishes people to watch Hindi movies or watch any movies. The experience, the whistling, the clapping has missing from the Hindi cinema. Why? The biggest factor is that we are not saving our audience just because of multiplexes or that corporate culture is having. Yes, it's saving the cinema, but it's also cutting the audience as well. In the previous time, when there was not that kind of rights, that satellite rights, digital rights was not there. If any film released on single screen cinema, we assure that it will run to one month to 2 months duration. I'm talking about from the Hindi cinema, from the UP, not talking about the South, because South has still that carrying that culture. I don't know about that. So the experience is bit different. Yes, it's become more classy, like digital ticketing. It's like that experience. This is not just a cinema experience. It's like aura experience, the environment experience is going on there. So we can't compete that today is a same cinema experience, but what that view. Because in previous time, people used to watch cinema, go to cinema to watch cinema. Now, people go to watch cinema to just have a status that they go to watch cinema at multiplex.
The same thing. So he told you it's just the only thing happening, and he don't know that whether it's happening in South side. South side also we are experiencing same thing, right? So when it comes to multiplexes, the movie is not even running for more than, if the movie is good, it is getting running. So when the movie is somewhat average, it's not even crossing 2 weeks, everything. Right? So the same thing though. The same point.
I was just thinking of that, like, yes, like you already know, like we discussed this prior, like maybe 2-3 years back, when we were discussing about releasing this such a thing, and everyone thought it was a very comical thing. Hey, what you are saying is it really possible, or are you guys mad? So now everyone knows that yes, this was a new one, like this in the sense the silicon screens. I would say yes. When it comes to audience reaction, yes, it's pretty much missing when it comes to that would be the major difference between both. But when I think it on a family point of view, sometimes there are a lot of families who prefer not going to the cinema, and they will say that if I get the same thing in OTT platform, I can watch leisurely at my time, and there will be I mean, I can, for example, if I'm having an Amazon and I'm just having 999 for a year, so I can watch 100 movies with free, as well as with, I mean, not only for one person, I can watch it with multiple people or multiple times. So those are the advantages with the smaller screen or the silicon screen. But the enjoyment factor, yes, maybe it's culturally different. Like here, in South India, they celebrate the movies. Maybe due to more fan following, and maybe it would be lesser in North India. So yeah, when it comes to fan followings are everywhere. Yeah. So, but I think the major difference between both will be the response with audience have, the live response which we have, and watching it what I was saying is, like, for example, if I'm going to a movie, I will first think what are those things, as a common audience, whether that movie is good, whether that movie is feasible to watch in theaters, and especially if it comes to a month end or anything, I will first think whether it is worth to watch or not, and then based on that, if it is available in OTT. And nowadays there is another trend, like hardly one month post release, you will have those movie screen, or it's been telecasted in the channels, let it be Star Gold, Star Vijay, etc. hardly 1 month old movies will come up. So what my thinking will be like, in order to spend 500 rupees and going to a movie, I can just wait for 1 month and get it on my home itself.
Yeah, actually, on that thought, let's look at the digital cinema right now. As you told Venki and Mayank, we are minimizing the cost by watching it on digital screens because we don't have to pay our parking, we don't have to buy a costly ticket, we don't have to, invest our time according to the cinema projection. We don't have to even bother if the movie is not good. We can still watch some other movie. There are a lot of young number of options when it comes to digital cinema or the digital platforms. How do you see this? I mean, is this killing the mainstream cinema, or somewhere it is helping us to watch better cinema? How does this work?
So there is an old saying in Hindi कि कुछ की हिंदुस्तान में लोग हर चीज के पास का फायदा देख लेते हैं पर उसका होने वाला दूर का नुकसान नहीं देखते. People in India watch everything which is close to the profit, but they don't analyze that what kind of losses they will get in the future. And that's the main reason that, see, first of all, yes, there is another thing happen for the resources. That filmmaker can make movies, can make films with the enormous amount of the budget. They can release it and they can earn from that. Even in Hollywood now, because of the pandemic, the new normal has happened that HBO Max is releasing Warner Brothers film, where those films are releasing overseas market as well. They are streaming into their digital OTT platform as well. But sir, the question you are asking is very hypothetical question, because sometimes what happens is people get the pirated version of the film, like Tenet. Tenet get the pirated version in the torrent. But people was trying to watch that film on the IMAX theater, especially. Like in Noida, there is one IMAX theater, and I just promised मैंने अपने आप से वादा किया कि I will not watch that film into the piracy. I will watch that film into the IMAX screen, because that film has been made into the IMAX camera. But as you're saying that, are we killing the audience? Yes, we are killing the audience. Don't want to sound negative, but if we are not giving a time for the audience to get the response and the quality what kind of film has, and before they can able to analyze that, after 1 month they will get the movie on their mobile phone, because I assure you only 10% of India have the original streaming subscription. Rest people watch in piracy. And that's the truth. So we are just killing the audience. Yes, revenue has been generated, but for that, 4-week window is too less. As an audience, I like this 4-week window, but as a filmmaker, I need at least 8-week windows. Like, I was surprised when I got to know that that master release at OTT Prime. Which OTT platform is it? After 4 weeks, that film was released on Tamil and Telugu.
Amazon Prime.
And I watched that film with English subtitles, and it was an okay movie. It was a good movie. But
Yes.
what happened is, I was making my mind to watch that film in Hindi dubbed version at Delhi, because UP cinema halls were not open at that time at Delhi. So okay, let's see. I watched Lokesh Kanagaraj movie Kathy in Hindi dub. That was a fantastic movie. So Master can be a good movie as well. But suddenly I got to know that the film has been released on Amazon Prime. So I thought, oh yeah, stop it. Why should I risk my life? Just watch this film into the OTT Prime video. So revenue is coming, and that also giving a digital audience a boom. But in India, you can't just put everything into the subscription, because no one will purchase it. And that's why I'm saying that we are like torrent audience. Torrent audience are not real audience. That's why Anurag Kashyap films don't work in cinema halls because all his audience into the torrent cinema. I'm really apologize for that. That I don't want to insult it, but that's a reality. But I'm saying that. So
Yeah, actually, we only
Okay.
speak reality here.